Did you know there isn't just one way to sleep? In fact, your sleep style could fall into one of 5 major types, and each one reveals something different about your health. Is cheeky with me, because by the end of this video, you will not only identify your sleep type, but also learn how to optimize it for better health and more energy. Let's start with the first and most common type, the monophasic sleeper. This is probably what you think of as normal sleep. Monophasic sleepers get all their rest in one single block, usually at night for about 7 to 9 hours. This pattern became widespread during the Industrial Revolution when the 9-to-5 workday was established. If this is you, congratulations. Your sleep schedule aligns perfectly with modern society. It's generally considered healthy as long as you're consistently getting enough high-quality sleep. The key here is consistency. Going to bed and waking up around the same time every day, even on weekends, strengthens your circadian rhythm, which is your body's internal clock. This leads to more restorative sleep, better mood, and improved cognitive function. However, if you're a monophasic sleeper who constantly feels tired, it might not be about the pattern, but the quality. Are you waking up frequently? Do you snore? These could be signs of underlying issues like sleep apnea that need attention. So even the normal sleepers need to pay attention to how they feel during the day. Now, let's move on to something a little different. The biphasic sleeper. This is someone who sleeps in 2 segments. The most common form is a long stretch of about 5 to 6 hours at night, supplemented by a short nap of 20 to 30 minutes in the afternoon. Sound familiar? This is the culture of siesta in many Mediterranean and Latin American countries. And guess what? It's incredibly natural. Research suggests that our bodies have a natural dip in alertness in the early afternoon, making it a perfect time for a power nap. This short rest can boost memory, cognitive skills, and creativity while reducing stress. Another form of biphasic sleep involves a slightly longer nap, maybe 90 minutes. This allows you to complete a full sleep cycle, waking you up feeling refreshed rather than groggy. If you find yourself uncontrollably drowsy after lunch, maybe your body is telling you it's a natural biphasic sleeper. Instead of fighting it with another cup of coffee, try embracing a short nap if your schedule allows. It could be a game changer for your afternoon productivity and overall well. Many historical figures, including Winston Churchill, were famous advocates for the afternoon nap. Next up, we have the segmented sleeper, also a type of polyphasic sleep. This one is fascinating from a historical perspective before artificial lighting became common. It was normal for people to have what was called first sleep and second sleep. They would go to bed when it got dark, sleep for about 4 hours, wake up for an hour or two in the middle of the night, and then go back to sleep for another 4 hours. This period of wakefulness, known as the watch, wasn't seen as a problem. People used this quiet time to pray, meditate, read, be intimate, or even visit neighbors. It was a peaceful and productive part of the night. Today, many people who wake up in the middle of the night panic, thinking they have insomnia. But if you feel calm and can easily fall back asleep after a while, you might just be a natural segmented sleeper. Your internal clock might be wired to this ancestral pattern. Instead of stressing about being awake, you could try embracing it. Use the time for quiet, relaxing activities in dim light. Avoid screens, as the blue light can make it harder to fall back asleep. Understanding this can transform a source of anxiety into a unique and peaceful part of your day. Now we're getting into the more extreme sleep patterns. Let's talk about the Everyman Sleeper. This is a specific type of polyphasic sleep schedule designed to reduce total sleep time while maintaining high functionality. The most common Everyman schedule involves a core sleep of about 3.5 to 4.5 hours at night, supplemented by 3 20-minute naps spread throughout the day. The idea is to maximize the time spent in the most restorative stages of sleep, like REM and deep sleep, during the shorter core block, and use the naps to combat sleepiness. People who attempt this are often trying to reclaim more waking hours for work, study, or hobbies. Does it work? The community around polyphasic sleep is full of enthusiastic testimonials. Proponents claim increased productivity and feeling well rested on just a few hours of sleep. However, the scientific community is more cautious. Most sleep experts warn that long-term sleep restriction, no matter how it's structured, can have negative health consequences. It's also a very rigid schedule. Missing a nap can throw your entire system off and lead to an overwhelming sleep debt. Requires immense discipline and a lifestyle that can accommodate several scheduled naps, which is impractical for most people. It's an interesting experiment in human performance, but it's not recommended without careful consideration and ideally medical supervision. Finally, we have the most extreme pattern, the Uberman Sleeper. This is the stuff of legend for productivity hackers. The Uberman schedule gets rid of a core sleep altogether. Instead, it consists of 6 20-minute naps spread evenly throughout the day, one every 4 hours. That adds up to a grand total of just 2 hours of sleep per day. The theory is that by forcing the body into extreme sleep deprivation, it will learn to enter REM sleep almost immediately during each nap, making them highly efficient. The name Uberman comes from Nietzsche's concept of the Overman, suggesting a superhuman level of functioning. The reality is far more challenging. The adaptation period is famously brutal, often involving days or weeks of extreme sleepiness and what's known as a zombie mode. Like the Everyman, it's incredibly rigid. Your entire life has to revolve around your nap schedule. Social events, work meetings, and simple errands become logistical nightmares. While some individuals claim to have successfully adapted, there is virtually no scientific evidence to support the long-term safety or sustainability of the Uberman schedule. Most sleep scientists strongly advise against it, citing risks of cognitive impairment, hormonal imbalance, and a weakened immune system. It represents a fascinating human endeavor to conquer sleep, but it's a high-risk path that strays far from our natural biological needs. So, which sleep type are you? Are you a classic monophasic sleeper, a biphasic siesta lover, or do you have the ancestral rhythm of a segmented sleeper? Or are you perhaps experimenting with the ultra-disciplined Everyman or Uberman schedules? The most important takeaway is to listen to your body. There's no single best way to sleep for everyone. The goal is to find a pattern that leaves you feeling rested, energized, and healthy. For the vast majority of us, a consistent monophasic or biphasic schedule is the most sustainable and beneficial. If you're struggling with sleep, waking up tired no matter how long you're in bed, or suspect you might have a sleep disorder like insomnia or sleep apnea, please talk to a doctor or a sleep specialist. They can help you get to the root of the problem and find a solution that works for you. Your health is worth it. Don't let a one-size-fits-all mentality about sleep cause you unnecessary stress. Find your rhythm and own it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this gave you some new insight into the world of sleep. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. And I'm curious, drop a comment below and let me know which sleep type you think you are. Until next time, sleep well.